Hello, I'm Cambridge Mayor Catherine McGarry. Everywhere across Cambridge, I see and I hear how people are fighting the COVID-19 pandemic. Businesses are donating their N95 masks to hospital personnel, but others are making personal protective equipment and test kits. Some are delivering free food to frontline healthcare workers. But I hear that the volunteers and Cambridge mask makers are also doing an amazing job as well. Today I'm talking to Michelle Jakes, who's part of the 500 people sewing masks by the thousands. And you've just seen mine. And they're doing this for Cambridge Memorial Hospital, long-term care facilities, and social agencies who are looking for non-medical masks. So Michelle, it's wonderful to see you. So can you tell me now, what's the latest tally on the masks that have been made and delivered?
I'm very excited about that. So far, we have delivered 27,000 masks to the hospital. 1,800 masks are out being sewn as we speak. Another 1,200 are available for sewers when they're ready for them. And by the end of this week, we will have delivered 30,000 masks in total. That actually was our goal, was 30,000 masks. Over the last couple of months, Cambridge Hospital has been going through about 2,000 a day. They are handing those out to anyone coming into the hospital. That includes patients, inpatients, outpatients, emerge, people who are coming in for appointments or testing. And also support staff are getting them as well.
What is the story of how the mask makers came to reality?
Well, it started early in March as an idea of Cambridge resident Carol Thorman, who you probably know. And Carol had this idea of creating ready-to-sew mask kits so that sewers could get right to the business of sewing. Carol got a bunch of us together to be on the organizing committee. My job is fundraising and social media awareness.
Wow. What's the time commitment that members make to help in making masks?
Well, that kind of depends on which volunteer role they choose to play. We have 3 or 4 different roles that they can play. One, of course, is sewing. Each sewer chooses how many kits they would like to request. We have an online form through our Facebook group. When they're finished, they fill out another form, and that initiates a driver to come to their house to pick up their finished masks off the porch. So everything is all about self-isolation and social distancing. We actually have people contributing from all over the region, not just Cambridge.
Wow, it sounds incredibly organized. So what can people do to help the mask makers?
Well, probably the biggest way is, or the most effective way, is donations. Monetary donations can be made through the GoFundMe page that we set up. We've so far raised $19,000, so that's pretty exciting. Wow. And that money goes 100% to purchasing supplies for the kits.
Right. Has there been a big surprise for you in all of this, or anything that has really been something you didn't expect?
I think the biggest surprise for me is how the community has rallied together. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure you see that every day. It is phenomenal how I think just a lot of things came into play at the same time, that we all have time on our hand. We all want to help some way. And that's been, I think, the most satisfying part for me, is hearing our mask makers, or not hearing, but seeing them post things on the Facebook page, like how this has given them a purpose, got something to keep them busy that they know is doing good for everyone. So that's been a wonderful surprise. And I guess the last thing I want to say is just thank you to the community for really getting behind this effort. It's amazing that a little place like Cambridge has one of the largest mask making groups in the country. Who knew?
What an incredible story. And it's no surprise to me to see the innovation, the creativity, and the incredible commitment that a group of volunteers can do and really make an incredible difference. I do encourage anybody who's out in our community to practice physical distancing, to wear a non-medical mask when they're out, wash their hands frequently, and the best thing of all, to continue donating their time, talents, and money to organizations like the Cambridge Mask Makers. I couldn't be more proud of the volunteers and for the organization of the Cambridge Mask Makers. And thank you, Michelle, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.